by spinning out versions of Edgar Allan Poe stories, more lurid than the originals. For The Pit and the Pendulum, he astutely increased the number of tortures from 2 to 5. For The Telltale Heart, he exploited the possibilities in other organs, adding a telltale sneezing nose and a telltale farting colon. With an amalgam of pride and wistfulness, acceptance and melancholy, Nora watched her son grow older, turn inward, move beyond her. Santa Claus had long since vacated Kevin's pantheon. The boy hadn't gone trick-or-treating since 2001. He still did magic, but his act had recently grown morbid. The standard disappearing goldfish and transmigrating rabbits supplanted by routines such as the gourmet ghoul, the giggling mortician, and the brainless brain surgeon. Not to mention the Roman oracle, in which Kevin, posing as a soothsayer, would seemingly sacrifice a live cat on stage, open its abdomen and pull from its innards a dozen plastic Easter eggs filled with predictions about upcoming Red Sox games and presidential elections. What endured was his generosity. Some months he donated as much as $20 to their communal cause, though usually more like 10. They needed it. On Kevin's 6th birthday, the Lexington School Committee had informed Nora that her English teaching position at Paul Revere Junior High School no longer existed. Dwindling enrollments, atrophied ideals, and after that the only job she could get was clerking and driving for Ray Feldstein's Tower of Flowers in Copley Square. Her salary barely sufficient to buy the groceries, pay the phone bill, and appease the landlord of their East Cambridge apartment. Thanks to Kevin's magic act, their life together included many small amenities, from pet turtles to cable television, compact discs to take-out pizza. Working for Ray Feldstein had its perks. Pleasant scents suffused Nora's day. Stray cuttings beautified her kitchen, and Ray let her use the delivery truck after hours. But she yearned to get back in the classroom. An English teacher was a person. An English teacher possessed a name. In the mouths of admiring ninth graders, Mrs. Burkhart sounded almost like a military rank or a hereditary title. Mrs. Burkhart, English teacher, captivating Lexington's adolescents with Greek myths and Norse legends. But now she was just the chick at the cash register, the lady behind the steering wheel, the girl with the gladiolas. She resolved to make the best of it. The Tower of Flowers appealed to Nora's philosophical side. A human life was measured out in bouquets, was it not? New mothers received them. So did graduating seniors, young lovers, blushing brides, and the dead. A flower woman was time's avatar, colorizing the hours, perfuming fleeting instants. Aided by the shop's battered copy of The Language of Flowers, Nora took satisfaction in pointing customers toward blossoms to which tradition had attached particular sentiments. Chinese chrysanthemums meant cheerfulness under adversity. Jonquils said, "I desire a return of affection." Red carnations cried, "Alas for my poor heart." Yellow tulips stood for coquetry, geraniums for anxiety, ferns for sincerity, dame violets for watchfulness. Flowers Nora noticed were rarely given lightly and never received so. The beneficiaries reacted with gratitude, amusement, happy surprise, a sentimental tear, a gasp of ecstasy, though sometimes the gift caused pain. In such cases, the recipient often sought Nora's advice, knowing intuitively that a sympathetic and intelligent listener stood on the doorstep. "He loves me," averred Wendy, the Somerville waitress, purple eye, puffy lip, bruised brow, as she carried the dozen fresh-cut roses into her kitchen and hunted around for a vase. "You think?" said Nora, following. "He sent me these flowers," Wendy argued. "They aren't about you, they're about him. You don't understand. Mickey hates what he did. And if you go gushing over these roses, he won't hesitate to do it again." "We have a complicated relationship," said Wendy. "Tell me about it," said Nora. "Everything's about him." "Exactly." For the next 20 minutes, the waitress recited the assorted indignities, psychological and physical, to which Mickey Morgan had subjected her. Whatever decadent echelon the orbiting skull occupied, Mickey's moral plane was evidently even lower. As Nora set off for home, she was gratified to see Wendy start the therapeutic process of ripping the petals off every last rose. Nora's metaphysical difficulties began on the first